I watch a lot of cats out here talk about what they're gonna do to people and how they're gonna do it. But they never sit back and think about what's gonna happen if they do this. You could spend 30 minutes of your life to do something to somebody and then have to spend the next 25, 30, 40, 80 years of your life just in prison thinking about what you did to somebody. It don't make sense. Now, when I say 30 minutes, I mean the time it take to go find them. And then the minute that it take to do what you're gonna do to that person. And next thing you know, you done lost your whole life. You sitting in prison. Ain't no women or women, ain't no men. Y'all just sitting in there. Gotta fight over everything. It's actually a waste of time. Unless you thinking military minded, where you gotta be military minded if you're gonna do it. Let me just put it that way. To where no matter what happens, I'm gonna get away with this. And if these people come messing with me, then I'm gonna die getting away with this. Which is another waste of time. Life is too short. I don't understand. When I was young, I used to be on that page where I was Wile E. Coyote and all this stuff. Now that I got older, I'm like, man, I'd have buried too many of my friends or watched them get buried. I ain't gonna say buried. I'd have watched too many of my friends get buried. See, if you ain't never been through it, then you think it's cool. Yeah, I do this. Yeah, I do that. No, man. When you done been through it and experienced and seen all this stuff, you realize it ain't the cool thing to do. Now, if somebody threatened my life or put my family in danger, yeah. But just because I'm mad, I get mad at somebody, so I'm about to go do something. That's foolish. That's absolutely foolish. Most people ain't built for that. Me, I suffer from PTSD, and I'm basically I'm shell shocked from everything I done seen and been through. I don't want to see nobody get hurt. I wish everybody could walk around the earth happy. That that basically ain't the case these days, but I'm wishing for a day where everybody could just walk around happy. Because I done seen a lot and been through a lot. So now I look at the youngsters and I try to give them game, try to give my kids game and all this. But a lot of them don't want to hear nothing you saying. They be like, man, I'm not trying to hear that. Then when they get caught up in situations, then they be trying to hear it. They won't hear it now. Should have been listening. I told you not to do it, not to get involved in that. I wasn't saying it for no reason. I was getting your game because I want you to live a nice, long life. Enjoy your life with your kids, your parents, all your cousins and family, all your friends. I want you to enjoy that life with them. But some of these roads y'all be going down is suicide. And most of y'all ain't built for that. That's why you see all these rappers nowadays telling on each other. Them niggas be ratting their ass off. Because they ain't built for that. Now, I can tell you one thing. I ain't never tell. But guess what? I suffer from PTSD because I wasn't built for that. That is not the life you want to live. Ain't none of us built for that. If anybody tell you different, they're a damn fool. Because I done watched a lot of these killers get murdered. And they family mourning behind them when they could have been spending time with their family, enjoying life. Certain holidays, go out there and barbecue and listen to some OJs or Earth, Wind and Fire and go to dancing with their family. But instead, they 6 feet deep. Because nobody is exempt. Even if you beat the law. You might beat the law, but guess what? God watching. Whether you believe in God or not, I'm going to tell you like this. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So for this universe and all these living beings all around it had to have something that was here before that started it. And all he's doing is just giving out certain energy, letting you experience his life, but he's watching through your eyes. Time for y'all youngsters to get a game up, man. It's over. You're going to fight for a righteous reason. Don't just be fighting just because. Not over no doggone money. That money ain't nothing but paper, and to be honest with you, I done been through a whole lot of money. And it could disappear like it'll just be gone. All these people that's stacking up money and all this stuff, you have these billionaires that they'll spend half of that $1 billion on an organ just to get a new organ, just so they can live longer. Because they know once they gone, they can't take that money with them. They'll sit up there and give all that money. They have $8 billion and they'll give $8 billion for a heart. Just a heart because they having heart failure. Don't let that be your life. You want to live a full life. So the majority of the money that you get, give it to people and make people around you happy. I learned that over time because I just want people around me happy. As long as people come around me happy, doing a bunch of happy stuff, I go to laughing and cracking jokes, kikiing and ha-ha, and it makes me feel better. Yeah, I'm gonna keep enough to make sure I'm straight, but I ain't trying to hoard all the money, hoard and hoard and hoard. Just put everything in. I'm gonna put it all in the bank. Put it all in the bank. I don't care who out here struggling. I'm gonna put it all in the bank. I'm gonna put it all in the bank. No, man, you end up miserable like that because everybody around you start looking at what you're doing and they feel like you don't love them, so they go to showing you no love. Next thing you know, you miserable. You got a whole bunch of gold. You got all the shekels, but don't nobody want to be bothered with you. I can tell you now, I ain't got no bunch of money, but I ain't broke either. That's one thing I can tell you. But I look at a lot of these cats riding around in these fancy cars and all this stuff. Man, don't nobody like them. They be talking about, oh, they hating on me. They hating on me. Then when you pull up a checklist, all right, let me pull up your past history and see why they hating on you if they are. You find out some of these cats is foul, man. Some of these cats is foul, foul, foul. Flag on the plate. And they think people just hating on them. Ain't nobody hating on you. You just is one of them despicable people. You turned them against you. That's why you sit up there. Look at white people. Let's take an example. Let's look at white people. The ones with the most money have to buy their friendship. Then if they got some money, don't nobody want to be around them anyway. Because they're no fun to be around. Because the whole time they're thinking about, what can I get from this person? What can I get from that person? What can I get from her? What can I get from him? No, man. No. Don't worry about what you could get from somebody. That's foolishness. And most people don't realize it. They think that because they in this capitalistic system, I'm getting tongue tied because I've been up 2 days straight. Capitalistic system, they think that the more you have, the better you are. No. Health is wealth. Health is wealth. Whether you want to admit it or not, I'm telling you the truth. And knowledge is the power that keeps you healthy. I done seen a whole lot. I done experienced a whole lot. I'm telling you, spend time with your family because you never know when they're going to go. Because God is in control. That eternal power can take you out of here. The Most High will grab you and say, come here. And all that wealth and all that money that you done built up, you'd be like, nah, leave that there. I want to talk to you. And then when you go in front of him and have that conversation, you can't lie because he sat up there and watched everything through your eyes. So you might be under condemnation. Now, don't get me twisted. I believe in heaven and hell. I believe that heaven is that you're going to get to live and even longer or be brought back to the earth to where you could walk around and play with dogs and cats and the deers and maybe even ride a lion. I believe hell is that you will be written out of the book of life to where you will never exist again. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Condemnation. That gotta be the worst thing, to know that your energy will never be seen again. I don't want to be there. I want my energy to go. I don't care if I have to become a tree. I want my energy to exist. But to know that your energy will be taken from you, snatched, that's hell. You ain't gotta go sit in no fiery furnace. No, 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 no. If your energy is just snatched and you never exist again, that's the worst. That's the worst, man. I I be seeing one of my childhood friends. She got hit by a car and stuff. And I see her walking. I go walk and talk with her. Me and her wasn't on a good page at one time because she did something to me that I didn't like. But now that I done got older, more experience in this life, when I see her, I walk her wherever she gotta go because she got injured and she's kind of handicapped. But I walk her wherever she gotta go. And every time I see her, when I walk her where she gotta go, like to the store and stuff, I just pay for it. I just, yeah, you keep your money. Now, she wants to come out and tell you who she is, that's on her. But I just pay for her stuff and walk her back where she need to go. Tell her have a good day and be safe. Yeah, I'm not trying to get nothing out of her. I don't, we ain't getting on that sex level, none of that. I just want her to be okay and know that somebody out here cares for her. A lot of people don't understand that, man. Just because you do something for a person I'm in school for business right now. Entrepreneurship. I'm I'm in college. Business management, and I do the humanities of the art because I love music and I love art. So I want to know more about art because, to be honest with you, ain't no rapper ever been better than me. And now I'm becoming a singer, and I'm getting on an R. Kelly level, but I'm not trying to push it to that point because I only want to rap and sing about God now. I don't want to be under no company and nah. If I'm putting it out independent, and that's what I've been doing. But by me being in business and all this, it teaches me that a lot of business owners take advantage of their customers. Now, I don't want to take advantage of my customers. I ain't really worrying about the profit. I just want the person to walk away happy with the product that I sold them. Now, if I end up getting wealthy, okay, then that's more money that I can do to help the community that I'm in or the people that I see struggling. But a lot of people don't see it that way. They'll sit up there and sell you an inferior product. Take your money and act like you never spent it. Think I'm lying. I listen to a lot of these newer artists and stuff. They walk around rapping about killing people and all this killing people. And I used to do it back in the gap. Don't get it twisted. But I'm learning the error of my ways. They walk around talking about killing this one and killing that one and how they do this and do that. Yeah, I got this jewelry on, so I'm sleeping with this chick. I'm setting up there phrasing it like that because I don't want to say all the words. But man, just because you got that car or that jewelry or that money in your pocket, that don't mean you should sleep with that woman. Now, if that woman makes you happy and you want to be with her, and if she in a like mind, then all right, go ahead. After you get married, make sure she's yours. And when she do something wrong, she got retribution. My three kids, my first three kids from my wife, well, except for the last one, but the first two, it was free DNA test when the baby was born. I DNA'd the first two. My wife was mad at me. She was burnt up. But mama's baby, daddy's maybe. I found out they mine. My son looked just like me, and my daughter looked just like my mama. He even got that fiery mouth. And my son, he be flashing out like I used to when I was around his age, but I'm trying to get him right. I'm trying to work my little magic. my wife was burnt up that I want to test them kids. You know, you got to think about it. Back when me and my wife was together, I was in the streets and I was working. Well, I'm lying. When my son was born, I slowed down, and when my daughter was born, I quit. But I was going to work. I'm working overtime. I'm doing turnarounds in the plants. I was gone most of the time. So I don't know what you doing. Maybe you could be doing that. And women, y'all got to understand that. Because to be honest with you, you women, you have more sex than men. Trust me, I know this. Because any dude is ready to stick it inside you. So anytime you see somebody that you think is handsome or beautiful, whatever words you want to put into it, you let them put him into you. The only way I got kids is because my wife was with me 6 months, 7 months, and she was like, "When you gonna give me my child?" Because I used to wear condoms with everybody. I ain't gonna lie. I put a rubber on. So I went ahead, took the condom off, and next thing you know, she pregnant. Nah, she left me because I kept going to jail. I was a knucklehead. Crash out. Sitting up there, every time you turn around, I was in somebody's jail cell. And didn't care to the point where I go to jail and I don't call home and let nobody know I'm in jail. I just go in there and go to sleep. They send that breakfast, I get that breakfast to somebody else and put me upstairs, man. I'm not about to eat that. A straight knucklehead. And everybody used to know, they start figuring out that if this nigga ain't answering his phone and he ain't come home, this nigga ain't in jail. Because ain't no way you're gonna let him murder me. As funny as that sound. Because I used to get down with the best. And I'm a little bitty dude. I'm 5'6". I weigh like 150 some pounds now. But back then, I was 5'6", weighing 135 pounds when I was soaking wet. And if somebody messed with me, it was trouble. It was trouble. I don't care, fist fighting, whatever. All right, that's where you won't take it. All right. I done lost my share of fights, but so far I've always won the war. And they ain't to brag. Mentally, I'm scarred. I had to tell my son, because he think he could just come in at 4 in the morning. I had to tell him before he left out, come home. Well, be here about 12 o'clock. He was like, all right, Pop. Because I had to let him know because he left the door open the other night. That's why I'm still woke. I'm waiting on this Benadryl to kick in because I ain't got my Remeron. If y'all don't know what Remeron is, look it up. I had to let him know, like, man, because he don't like to keep his key on him. That's something that disturbs me. Always keep your key on you. Don't ring the doorbell when you got a key. Just put your key in your pocket. When you coming in, unlock the door. But he like to sit outside and talk on his phone and talk to all his friends and stuff. And I can't go to sleep with that door unlocked. I remember when I was a kid, the feds and stuff was after my Uncle Mel, and he was after my daddy too. Pops will whoop your ass if you left that door unlocked. And I understand it now. Because people just come in and do you anything. They just come in and do you anything. You don't leave your door unlocked. You make them work for it. Don't be so easy. And I don't know how the feds is now because I don't deal with crime. But I know back then, if you was a black person, the feds give you 3 ultimatums. You either gonna tell on somebody, you either gonna go to jail, or they're gonna murder you. Don't think it's a game. Now they start to show their true colors to everybody else, but they've been treating black people like this for years and years and years and years. And I try to warn Junior about this because he going through something right now. And I respect it that he going through something. But the same thing I want him to do is just respect where I'm standing. I just came on here to talk because, like I said, I've been up for 2 days. I gotta do some schooling today, but I'm gonna wait till after I go to sleep because I couldn't focus yesterday. When you up, when you up 48 hours, your brain don't function right. You can't remember stuff, and I suffer from insomnia. If I don't take, well, I took that Benadryl. That Benadryl ain't working. But if I don't take that Remeron, I might be up 3, 4 days straight. That's why cats used to think I was crazy back in the day. It wasn't that I'm crazy. I was just up so long that I couldn't process everything. Ever since I had surgery on my hand, that's when the insomnia kicked in. Plus, they hit me with, I don't remember what drug that was, when I had to have bone marrow sample. I tried to get a job at Ashland Hospital. No, East Jefferson. I tried to get a job at East Jefferson. They set up there and took my blood, and all this stuff because it's a hospital. They want to know everything. I gave my blood and my white blood cells was low. So they set up there, they couldn't see what it was. They knew it wasn't HIV or nothing like that. So they sent me to Charity to do a bone marrow sample. Man, them people shot me with some drugs. Let me tell you something. Them people, them hospitals, got the best drugs in the world. That's why every time I go there, I tell them, don't give me nothing narcotic. I don't want no narcotics in my body because it was my little sister's graduation day. But they brought me in there. They shot me up with them drugs. And when the people went to digging in my spine, and the doctor name was Harm. I ain't lying. It was Dr. Harm. You can look me up. You can look it up. Her name was Dr. Harm. And she went to sticking stuff in my spine trying to see if I had leukemia or something like that. I'm like, so Dr. Harm, do you have a boyfriend? Because when she pulled my pants, well, I had the gown on. And when she looked at my butt, she said, ooh, I ain't making this up. she she liked to look at my butt, and I'm like, man, I was so high out. Them drugs was in me, man. And they steady got the IV pumping more and more and more, and she digging in my spine and taking stuff out. Now after the surgery, I went to my little sister graduation. She graduated from Grace King. So I had to show up. It was at the stadium in Kenner. So I popped up on him, even though the doctors told me don't go nowhere, just go home and go to sleep. But I'm like, nah, I'm good. My little sister's birthday today. I mean, graduation. So I went to her graduation, celebrated with her. Like 2 weeks later, I had to go back to Charity for a follow up and find out what's going on with me. When I got there, the doctor asked me, he looked at my arms and stuff. He like, what you on, heroin? He like, heroin? I ain't never take a hard drug in my life, which alcohol I found out is a hard drug. That's what my drug of choice is, drinking. He like, man, I ain't no fucking heroin. What you talking about? He said, you ain't got a lot of me, dude. I'm not a cop. I say, man, I don't give a fuck if you is a cop. I ain't on no fucking heroin. This what y'all put in me. That's when he calmed down. I probably had tracks on my arms and all that stuff. But I ain't never, unless they gave me heroin, I ain't never do no heroin. I done had friends that did coke and heroin and all that stuff. But that wasn't my get down. Now, I sit up there and get drunk and laugh. But he sat up there and he went, looked into my charts and all this stuff. He found out that it ain't no heroin. It's something y'all put in me. Best drugs in the world. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to take no more. But I ain't trying. I'm not about to let them give me nothing. No narcotic. Cause I sat up there one time and I told them no narcotic. They gave me I was sick, so they gave me tramadol. Yeah, tramadol. They gave me some tramadol. But then I ended up with bronchitis. So they gave me codeine. And one day, because they told me don't take them at the same time, because I told them, you got to tell the doctor what medicine you're on and all this stuff. I told them I was on them tramadols. They said don't take it at the same time. And one morning, I just forgot that I was on them tramadol. So I drank my little codeine medicine. And I popped one of them tramadols. I don't know which order that I did it. But like 30, 40, 50 minutes, I went outside because I used to smoke cigars. Now, I smoke an e-cigarette now. But I used to smoke cigars. Then I went sat outside and the wind blew. Man, the nipples on my chest perked up. Felt like I was having an orgasm. Now, I'm not joking. I was out there like, God. And like I told you, I like to drink alcohol. And I ain't want no alcohol. All I want is them tramadols and that codeine. And I'm sitting there drinking it. And when it started running out, I started getting sad. Like, man, I'm about to run out. Then I caught myself like, nobody get rid of that shit. Because I wasn't drinking no alcohol, no nothing. I was just them tramadols and that codeine. And every breeze, it'll make the like goosebumps come up on my body. And I just sit out there chilling. Ain't worrying about nothing, ain't trying to fight nobody, ain't mad over nothing. It was just taking all the worries away. Which the majority of the time now ain't too many worries. I'm just sitting there running my mouth. Ain't no real subject that I'm trying to just stay focused on. But them hospitals have some drugs, man. After they did that bone marrow sample, I'm having hiccups. After they did that bone marrow sample, I was like, don't give me no more of that stuff. If it's narcotic, keep it out of my body. Because I understand how cats get hooked. Because I done had a lot of friends that was hooked to the narcotics. It feels so good. The next thing you know, you chasing that dragon. You got a monkey on your back. Just trying to get a hold of that same high as the first time, but you can't get a hold of that same high as the first time because it'll never come back. Your body tends to what's the word? You start to absorb it. I can't think of the word that I was wanting to say. Your body becomes resist resistant to that drug that's in you, so it's gonna take more and more and more to get you where you want to be. That's why they got so many people dying from overdoses and stuff, because they're trying to get back where they want to be from that first time. And they put too much of that drug in their body. And your body can't absorb it because over time, no, no. See, that's what I liked about alcohol. I drink and I get drunk and I pass out and go to sleep. What I used to like about weed is I could get high and it never affected me. It'll make me sleepy and make me forget all kinds of things. To where I used to be walking around smoking weed like it was a cigarette. But I never sit up and be crashing out. Nah, what I don't like about alcohol is because I get drunk and then I might crash out. Because I'm sitting up there watching everything that you playing. You gonna play me? Man, you gonna play me? Kind-hearted as I am and want the best for everybody, why would you try to play me? I'm washing my clothes. I used to wonder why cats wanted to play me. Because I wasn't playing nobody. I don't play no games. Only game I played was basketball. And back in my days, you couldn't beat me in basketball. When I tell you I'm 5'6", know that I was slamming a 10-foot goal. I used to float past people. And then I could shoot the three out the... Ooh. I'd be standing next to half court and hit a three on you. My name in the books. Time Picayune picked it up. I think I hit... I got the paper in the room. It's in one of the photo albums, but they was talking about me about being a basketball prospect. I hit I hit 6 3-pointers straight, if I ain't mistaken. Probably 7 or 8. But I'm thinking I'm a low baller. I hit 6 3-pointers straight because I kept passing the ball to my teammates, and they'll pass it back to me, want me to call a play because I was a point guard. So I just start shooting it. straight nets, straight nets, straight nets, straight nets. Then that was in my junior varsity year. That was the junior varsity game. Let me say it right. Then I went in to the varsity game. Coach put me in. Coach Chance, you still alive. You know why I quit that fucking team. You racist motherfucker. But I sat up there and hit three pointers back to back on the varsity team to win the game. I left the team because Coach Chance was talking about we'll go to practice and they'll put the JV against the varsity. And I was kicking their ass wearing ankle weights. I used to wear ankle weights when I was at practice. Kicking their ass. And he wouldn't make me a starter on varsity. Oh, you're in the ninth grade. You can't be a starter. I don't care who and what grade there is. You always put the best players in the position. I used to be tearing them varsity niggas up.